Hello, everybody that is here so far. We got Jerry Holly. This is our autism garden popping in here. Shanna Craft popping in here. So hello to you guys that are in here so far. Related for Beyond Beauty3. Just hanging out with you guys tonight. And I'm in the middle of rendering the vlog for today as well. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get definitely some sort of computer to edit on, because all this one can really handle is putting the video files together from the GoPro and then uploading it. Can't even really get in there to add music or stuff. It's really difficult, because if I hit play on it to get where I want in the video file, it lags. It can only play a few seconds at a time, and I thought maybe it was being on the hard drive that was the cause of it, but no, it's just the computer in general can handle it. So this will become the streaming rig, and my lights aren't as bright because one of my lights went out there today too. So I got a solution. I'm gonna probably figure that out next month to get a different kind of light. So that's the plan on that. And I'm down to in Hello Evergreen Homestead, and Warden Kimmett Hopes Red. Oh, thank you for giving me a raid. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you, man. So that's what I'll be looking at doing, is getting a softbox set up and stuff for the live stream next month. Getting that, but the GoPro has been pretty cool to play with, and pretty cool about filming Hello Van Life Rocks. And so I took a longer walk around, and it's a little bit longer vlog, but hopefully it looks pretty cool. I'll probably be watching it about the same time you guys watch it once I get it rendered and uploaded. So we'll see. I think it turned out all right, and I'm working on getting that. And the screen, yeah, the stuff around the edges, I started using Canva, and I figured out how to make it so I have an overlay on my screen on here when I'm up here by myself. So it took a little bit of figuring out, but yeah. When you're checking in from the VFW post, Rush, nice to see you this afternoon as well. Yeah, now I'm kind of looking around at figuring out either eBay or something to maybe do a MacBook or some sort of better laptop to be able to edit a little bit better with, because that's the next challenge. Especially now that I got the new camera, I really want to do it. I try to do it on the phone, and maybe I'll try GoPro's program in there. But when I try to use the editing program that I had on my phone, it didn't work out too well. The files were too big for that program to handle. So it couldn't really handle them, and I don't know if it would render them as well as a program on the laptop would either. So, and Beyond Beauty3, who's normally here in the spot, she's feeling too well, so prayers going out to her. Well, this isn't the GoPro. This is just a 1080p webcam that I'm using, but that's the GoPro. All the vlog footage is coming up from the GoPro. This is just a 1080p. I think it was around $40 for the webcam, but you have to manually adjust the focus on it. So usually once I have it set up, I try to leave it leave it set up where it is. Otherwise, I have to play with the focus again, so that's no fun. But how are you doing, POA? It was nice to see you up there live again. And it's pretty cool to see. And pretty cool you're in Washington. If you roll by, if you roll south at all by Tacoma, let me know. Maybe we'll meet up somewhere and hang out for a little bit or something on your way through. That'll be a lot of fun. I saw Jerry Holly been hanging out with people lately too. Got some pictures popping up. Jerry Holly. And Van Via Travels in here. She's been doing some interviews. So definitely should go check her out and go see who she's talking to. And she talked to me recently. So if you want to see me get interviewed for a change and not be the one that's doing the interviewing, go check her out. Speaking of which, I'm so glad that I changed it to unlisted, doing the interviews unlisted and not having them pop up as a live, because the one I had on Saturday, I didn't get an email or anything, and she ended up not showing up on Saturday. So had that one been set to a live, who knows? I didn't want anybody, hanging out there waiting if nobody was going to show up, and that's kind of what happened. So I've learned from the past couple weeks, and that's why they're, in unlisted, so nobody's sitting there waiting and wondering what's going on, and then it gives somebody more time to get there. But yeah, that's what's been going on with that. So still putting time and effort into doing more interviews, and I've got more next week scheduled. But yeah, awesome. Yeah, let me know for sure. Let me know for sure. But yeah, I enjoyed that walk today, though. How did I make overlays? It's a trade secret. No, I use Canva, and it's like a little photo editing program. I don't know if you use Canva, but if you do, I can show you. You basically set it up as a YouTube thumbnail in the settings of that, and then just put a background color up or whatever there, and then place whatever you want on it. And then when you save it, you want to save it with a transparent background. And then when you do that, all the objects are still where you place them on the background, but the background's transparent, so it sits over the top as an overlay instead of just a picture would do. So that's how you do it. But you just have to use a YouTube thumbnail size as the setup, and then you save it as a transparent, PNG file. Yeah, but you just save it. The transparent background is the big key in order to get it to go as an overlay, and then you have to upload it into overlays, in that area. But yeah, it's not too hard once I figured it out. I'll probably be tweaking it a little bit more now that I know how to do it. I'm kind of going in there and playing with it. And the last 2 vlogs, I've added like the little text or whatever to my thumbnails. So I've started to do that. But for editing and stuff like that, I'm definitely going to have to get a better computer, because this one does not like the 1080p footage, and trying to play it to a point where I can get to where I can edit it. It does not like that at all. So, yeah. But, yeah, no problem. Yeah, if you guys ever have any questions about that, let me know. And I'm at 168 hours, which is crazy to think about. But I'm that close. to getting there. It's kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. I'm happy to be that close. I'm really happy to get there. And I haven't been around the last, oh man, all day yesterday. Because I had a bunch of stuff that I had to get done here at the house where I can basically, pop in and listen to you guys, but I couldn't really be active in the chats at all and stuff. So, been busy doing that. And then I talk about it in the vlog, in a part in there, in the video today, that having the camera, if I wouldn't have had it, like I wouldn't have like taken a little bit of extra walk today that I did just to get a little cool footage. So it's cool having you guys around and take your own camera, because it keeps me a little more active and all that stuff. Have I tried live streaming with it? No, because it's the silver and not the black. So I might still be able to live stream with it. Maybe I'd have to really look out, because I think this is black. And sad tape here, I'm doing great today. But I can connect to it with the app on the phone. I just haven't messed with any of that yet. But I can't use it as a USB webcam for here. Otherwise, I would be doing that for sure. But I'll be getting another GoPro at some point in the future, probably within next year or so. I'll be getting another one anyway, so that I can shoot multiple angles on whatever bike or vehicle that I get. So that's the plan with that, for sure. Oh man. But just like I said, holding this in front of me, well, I mean, obviously the GoPro would be in it, but holding this in front of me and walking, it's much easier to keep your eyes on the camera and what's going on around you than with the cell phone and the gimbal. My cell phone was so big it blocked out most of what was going on in front of my face, and that led to just some humorous results of falling into the pothole with our time. But yeah. Oh, and there's another person that's getting close on their hours, Quebec Homestead. Definitely go check her out. Oh, and I got Quebec. Yeah, so the last couple have been filmed in that, and it's right now it's rendering the vlog for today, but it only renders at about 1 to 2 FPS. So yeah, 1 or 2 FPS. For your cell phone, then Vita, I would recommend one like this. It's the C11 Cinesphere. This one was only 89 bucks, but it does a really good job. So I'd recommend one like that, or go look for like 3-axis if you can for a cell phone. And let me know that. Hello, nursing our travel bug. Battery life. Here's the thing. I don't know what it is. It seems like it takes more battery when I leave it sitting still, but the battery did all right. It didn't take too much. It only went down like about 20%, and I've got like a 20-minute, looks like 20-minute video or whatever out of it, which it would be less if I could actually get in there and do some cuts and editing. But yeah, the editing's gonna suffer for a second, so I have to be quicker on doing the quick cuts myself with the button. But battery did all right, and it actually charges pretty quickly. People were like, it was at 47% this morning. But I plugged it in and charged it up, and it only took like maybe half an hour, 45 minutes to charge to 100. So, I mean, I guess to some people that's slow, but I thought that was pretty quick to charge it up. C11 Cinesphere, hold on, Cinesphere. I'll put it in the chat. But that was good. But also, I also looked up the tips beforehand. So the GPS on it is off, and I had the voice control off on it as well. So I kind of have that kind of stuff turned off on it, which probably helps extend the battery life a little bit too. And I also only film in 1080 and 30 FPS. So that's what I'm filming on it. And so that probably, I mean, all that probably helps with battery life. It can do 4K, but I mean, this poor computer doesn't like doing 1080. I'm not even gonna attempt to splice together some 4K clips in there. It would probably start smoking or something. Who knows? Oh, that would be nuts. But but yeah, so I'm starting to play with the photograph, or like the overlay on here, and starting to play with the thumbnail stuff. So hopefully I start to see a little bit of an effect from the thumbnails and doing the thumbnails and adding the text on there. I'm hoping to start to see a little bit of effect on that. Because that's where I had kind of fallen behind, and I can at least do that on this laptop more decently than I can do the video editing at the moment. So I want to get into doing some of that other stuff though. Some of the stuff like some of the cool effects where you can like mirror yourself. You know what I mean? Like you can put two of yourself in the same scene and like splice out the background and kind of do funny little stuff like that. I kind of want to get into doing that kind of stuff now with my videos once I'm able to, because I've always wanted to have that like toolkit, paintbrushes, whatever you want to call it. The toys to play with to be able to do that kind of effects. I've always been interested in doing that kind of stuff, because I remember way back in the day, way back in the day, and I kind of got reminded when Van Vita asked me the question. I had to really remember, but back in 8th grade, I was in a video class, and we had to come up with little videos. It was like a little video project you had to come up with, and the one that I came up with was to like kind of copy that episode of Cops. So I kind of made an episode of Cops. But what I had to do, we had this the way you edited it was like this double deck VHS type system, and they had little knobs on it so you could edit it in and all that stuff. But so I had to record the opening sequence of Cops off TV one night, and then take that into school, and I spliced it all in. So just being able to start kind of do little special effect type things like that will be fun to play with. Here's a good suggestion from Van Life Rock Show, the DJI mobile gimbal. Yeah, if you that's a good company too. And yeah, the DJI is pretty good too, for sure. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to get into though, is doing that. Start doing like little fancier editing and stuff like that. And it's just funny to think about how much different camera stuff that I have now. When I started doing this, and it was just a phone, I built up everything else around before I even got the camera. So like I have tripods and the lights and all this other stuff before I even went and got the camera. So it's kind of funny to think I'll having all this camera equipment before I had the camera. Now I got the decent camera, which that's really exciting. Um, that's really exciting. And oh, you had a baby boy yesterday. Congratulations, Farmer Brad. Congratulations. Thank you for on Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday. Thank you for popping in and saying hello, man. That's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. And yeah, there's POA has that as well. Then we just there's a couple people recommend that one for you. Um, yeah, so I'm excited to do that. And then I kind of talked about it in the blog a little bit about looking at the date and realizing that I was gonna already be on the road by this date, and I'm not. So I was kind of sad at one point about it, but also kind of happy because I get to take this time to get really good at doing the editing and using the better cameras and all that stuff. So when I do set off, it's actually a better trip. And if you want to let us know the name, you can let us know the name, or if you picked one yet or whatever. Yeah, that's all. Linda M, thank you for popping in here. Hello to you as well. Yeah, just filling in for Beyond Beauty3, and you definitely should go check her channel out if you guys don't have Beyond Beauty3, because she puts on really enjoyable live streams to go to. She puts together these true crime episodes that she has that are interesting, and the amount of research and effort she puts into those is really cool to see. And so definitely add her to your list if you haven't, because I think you won't be disappointed. So, oh well, thank you for leaving this running, Quebec. I appreciate it for sure, and yeah, thank you. I understand you don't take your baby there. So, thank you, Farmer Brad. And I kind of talked about that earlier. They are going unlisted because I've been having issues with what time guests kind of pop up and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes they're late, or sometimes they haven't showed up, or whatever has happened. So I put them on unlisted. They'll still be popping up on here, and I'll try to put them on the community tab. But it just happened again this last, or yesterday. I was gonna say it's last Saturday, but yesterday, where she didn't pop up and didn't answer an email. So I don't know what happened with her, but that's one of the main reasons why I took it off of live. And so I'm kind of glad that I did after that Friday. And yeah, there's Beyond Beauty3's link if you guys don't have it, for sure. Go check her out. And hello, Happy Camper. How are you? Yeah, thank you, Shanika. Thank you. I just try to do my best. But yeah, I've been hard to get stuff done around here, and then I'm gonna be getting a room that's more permanent set up than this one is, where I may be able to move the camera back a little bit. I may have the lights set up a little bit better and all that kind of stuff. So I've been kind of working towards getting that done. So that's why I've been so busy the last 2 days, because I didn't have when that guest didn't pop up, I just went to work doing the other stuff that I need to do. So, oh, you watch this Command Central? Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, he's got very entertaining videos. Van Life Rock does, and I'm gonna get a green screen one day, but I don't think I'm gonna be as entertaining in front of one as he is. I'm just gonna be using it probably for maybe lives when we hang out. Like eventually, I'd like to get a setup to where I can put myself like down in the corner where that guy is right there, right? And put myself in that little corner, and then maybe have people's channels pop up behind me. But that's all when I get a better computer, because this one, if I share a screen, it doesn't like it. So I don't know how well it would run OBS and all that kind of stuff to be able to have that happen. But that's kind of how I want the morning announcement show to turn into, if that makes sense. Like, I want to have a green screen, but the green screen will be other people's channels and the announcements that they have or whatever. So when I'm talking about their channel, I can have it up on the screen, on the rest of the screen, and I'm down in like the one little corner or whatever. That's kind of my vision for it. And maybe I should start telling you guys about my vision of things, so you can kind of, because you guys all do video too. I don't know why. I should be able to talk to you guys, and you guys can kind of visualize it too. I've never even put that together. See, stuff comes from right here on there, but so that's my vision for the morning announcement show, is to have it be me able to promote what you guys have going on and what you're doing, and just to tell you about the interviews that I have coming up, to hang out with you guys in the morning if you're there and you pop in on the morning. So that's kind of what I wanted it to be, as a way to help keep promoting you guys and a way to give back to you guys for helping me build this platform. I want you to be able to share in it. So even if you're not as big a channel as me, or you're bigger or you're smaller, that doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, I have to get the green screen first, and I want to wait till I get the better lights, because I know that's the big key to green screens, is the lights. So once I get the better lights, then I'm going to do that, and then I want to be able to, do stuff like that in the morning. And that's kind of what I want the morning to be. So it's right before Gary's, to kind of talk about what everybody's got going on for the day. And I try to go over the share the hair schedule in the morning. But if you're not on that schedule, that's okay too. Just tell me what you have going on that day, or if I see it in my notifications, like your videos pop up or whatever. And I'm going to try to make sure I get, as I see more of your guys' videos pop up, I want to make sure that the bells ring on them. And then if I see the videos pop up like overnight in the morning, I kind of go through my notifications and say maybe the video and the title of what you released or whatever. If I haven't watched it yet, if I did watch it, I'm going to try to mention it. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to do, so I can keep up with you guys, is go through and make sure I keep up on your videos the best I can, and then kind of help promote them in the morning show, because I wanted that show to be for you guys, and that's the other reason why I'm having those Monday through Friday. Why the interviews are unlisted, because interviews I kind of wanted to be You can still come in, and that's why I put them on the community tab and ask questions and you know give get questions in and come and meet the guests and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I wanted that for, but I wanted to have the lives every morning to where people just pop in because I'm live and they just want to say hi, that I get a chance to hang out and pop your guys' stuff up on screen for sure and have that opportunity. So yeah, that's what I wanted to start it for, and that's kind of what I started it for. Kind of continue with the Facebook thing, but the Facebook group, which is Traveling YouTuber Self Promotion Welcome. If you want to search that one out, you can search that one out. Hello, Rally Creative Travel. Thank you for popping in here. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I'm excited for going down there to Quartzsite too, to meet all you guys down there in Quartzsite. Even though it'll be just for a little short time, it'll be cool. And like I've kind of said before, it'll be like a little vacation with all the people that I'm talking to. It's kind of nuts. So, oh, okay. Well, hold on 1 minute, and I'll pop you in there. Hello, hey RV DJ. Final gig of the weekend. Oh, nice. Thank you for watching. Um, oh man. So still rendering this video. I'm gonna pop in here, Happy Camper, and I will go ahead and you should have a wrench now, Happy Camper. So if you have that video or whatever, you can go ahead and drop that. You should have a wrench now. But I am excited to have this camera, excited to be shooting better videos for you guys. And, you know, it's funny because it's going to be a little bit before I can get a better, laptop to edit with. Because obviously, I'd rather spend a little bit more money and get a decent laptop. I mean, even if I have to bite the bullet and just get a MacBook eventually here, and then that's what I've got to do. That's not a big deal. I'm just happy that I have this cell phone, and I'm so used to doing the quick cut editing of just stopping the record button. I'm so used to doing that on the phone that having to do that on the GoPro isn't gonna be that difficult for me to adjust to. So happy the path that it's taken to get here. And for any of you that don't know, I've been doing this whole channel up until very, very recently off of my cell phone. Like editing, everything was done on the cell phone. So it's been, oh man, let's see, a year and 3 months. Wow, a year and 3 months. So I've been running the channel bare bones for a year and 3 months. So it's kind of like if you started a roofing business with like a ladder that it was a sturdy ladder and it could get the job done. But if you had some other stuff to help you out, it makes the roofing job much easier. Um, yeah, that's what it's kind of like. Um, yeah, and I'm excited to see the scooter too. I've already seen some more coming up on there, and some people already dropping prices on some of theirs. So we're getting to that point, and I know probably about the end of September here, into October, I'm gonna start to see even more posted on there because most people aren't gonna go ride. You know, they won't, I won't go ride in the rain. I'm like, I'll go ride in the rain for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or whatever, and get some footage and hang out with you guys, and then pop back home. That's not a big deal. I've been I've been up here so much of my life that it's not a big deal to get there. But the GoPro footage, I already have the last two vlogs on the channel here have been shot with the GoPro. And there's one but they were inside, so I mean, it wasn't that great, but I showed how to put the GoPro mount on the helmet, um, how I did it, and where I put it on mine. So that's on there. And then the other one was congratulations to Ray and Becky because they got monetized. And Rancis Rogers got monetized recently too, so that's been awesome to see more people getting there. And I'm so close myself, which is everybody asks if I'm excited, and yes, I'm excited, but I don't want to get overly excited until I see that button that says apply for monetization, if that makes sense. Like until I see that on that tab, and then I can hit that button. Which, by the way, I plan on recording like a little clip of me hitting that button and putting it in a vlog because it's such a big moment for my channel, and I'm excited to do that. There another walk video will be posted hopefully today. Hopefully, and I say hopefully today, maybe within the next 4 hours. I'm at 56.8% rendering, and it says there's like 2 hours left of rendering on the walk video, and that was with the GoPro today. So where I went to that lake the last time I went down there, there are some more people down there, so I couldn't really get as long a shot there at the lake. But yeah, I walked all the way around the other lake today, so I went for a longer walk, and it was actually really pretty. And Four Corners report, hello to you, Colorado, checking in, thank you. Yeah, there's ones that I can do that for sure. Happy Camper, there's a little scooter shop that's right up the road from me, so I'm not too worried about it. It's just waiting now till I have enough for the bike and tax on it and title and license plate and all that jazz. So once I have that, we'll be there. But that's also why I'm waiting till a little bit later in the year, because I might be able to get a really nice used one that's maybe around 200 or 250 cc even, and it'll be a much scooter that can last me a little bit longer and go a little bit more places, and I might be able to get a really good deal on it. So that's kind of why I'm waiting until I get into the October, November area before I really start drilling down and looking at them. Right now, I'm just keeping an eye on prices. So when I go to buy one, I can, I have some knowledge to negotiate with the person that I go to buy from watching the ads for so long and not just go in blind to what I'm getting. I'll have a better idea of what a good price for it is watching it over this next little bit. But yeah, we're almost there. 168 hours away, which is crazy. Which is crazy. Yeah, I cannot believe that I'm at that close. I really can't, guys. I really can't because it's unfathomable for me to think about. If that makes any sense, unfathomable. Like I thought about it and hoped for it and hoped to get there, but I didn't really know if it was going to be achievable within any sort of time frame that I would consider soon from when I started the channel. If I put it that way. Hello, Vicky. How are you? Put it that way. I didn't think that I would get here as quickly as I've gotten here, which is really, really shocking and surprising. But I am very happy that I did. And you need duct tape to the flat screen for the next 6 hours. Hey, you know, if you guys want to stick out for the next 6 hours, you have to give me a second so I can get some stuff set up. That if we're gonna hang out longer today, then I gotta have some music playing. I gotta set all that kind of stuff up, and we could hang out longer. But I did not plan on it at the moment. No, did not plan on it at the moment. But we are almost there. So yeah, I don't know. But I'll be back on this tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. Speaking of which, tomorrow, let's do it. Oh man, Band Life rocks. Band Life rocks. Oh man, I did 12 hours last Sunday, so if I did a couple of days, it's not that crazy. But I just did want to say though, and KT did say if I didn't have my hours this week, that he'd probably throw that to me too, which I was surprised at. But I'll hang with you guys if you'll hang with me. But you'll have to ask questions in the chat that you've wanted to know about me in order for me to keep having stuff to talk about. Because I will run out of stuff to talk about eventually. Did our interview play on the podcast yesterday? Let me look and see. I believe it should have. If I told you that's what day it did, let me see if it popped up here. And I will tell you. Yes, it did. It did pop up yesterday. Yes. It did pop up yesterday. So, and today's was Arizona Insider, by the way. So, if you guys are interested in that. Woo! Man. Burning it up on there. I've almost got $1.50 on there on the podcast side already. Woo, buddy. So, and hello, Coneman Studio. saw you pop in here. What's up, man? Bob the Builder. Yeah. Yeah. How many states have I driven through? Oh, man. I've been to all but, I think, 6 or 7 states. Like the very far northeast, like Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, I think Massachusetts, and then Alaska and Hawaii are the other ones that I haven't driven through. But I think that's it, if I remember correctly. So thank you for that, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think we are on Facebook. I think we are, Vicky. I'm not sure. Look on there. If we're not, send me one. Uh, 8 p.m. to midnight. Are you talking about Pacific time? If we did 8 p.m. to midnight Pacific time, that would work because then I could get some stuff set up. I could, yeah, get some music set up, and we could hang out. And then you guys could come up if you want or whatever you wanted to do. That could work. That could work, Bam Life Rock. So I'm not sure. There's somebody is coming up next. So if any of the mods that are in here, if you could figure out who's popping up next and get their link ready, I would appreciate that. Because I'm not sure exactly who's coming up next. It was D that was up next. I'm not sure if D's still up. Box Fan D. I don't think she's up tonight, but BD3 told me. So whoever is filling in for D, pop it up in here. And Pacific time, yeah, that will work. That would work. Yeah, that would work. That'll give me time to get stuff set up and all that, and hopefully give this time to get some more rendering done. Hopefully, get it done before I start that one. But so if you guys want to come hang out, then at 5 p.m. tonight Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you want to hang out from then till midnight and help me get my hours, I'll figure out some stuff and get some stuff together. And if you want to be a guest and pop on and chit chat, I'm going to look and get a playlist put together, and then I'll figure out a way to I'll make sure the speakers sit up the right distance away from the microphone and everything, so the music comes across good. California travel videos. There we go. There's who we're raiding. So we'll be raiding them. But that's what I'll do. I'll get some stuff set up and get some talking points set down. Maybe I'll talk about stuff that's coming up in the news or stuff that I found out. Not like political news stories, just like some cool stuff that I found. And stuff to talk about with you like that, because I want to have something set up and something we can kind of discuss back and forth between me and the chat and all that. So that'll be a little bit better. That'll give me a little bit of time. It'll be an hour, but an hour's a lot of time in prep time for me to be able to come up with stuff. Sounds like a whole lot of work. That's a little bit of work. It's a little bit of work, but you know, I'm trying to put on better and better lives. My video skills are getting better, and the tools that I have to make videos are getting better. But I want to make sure my lives are staying better, and so that's why the first thing I always try to put into is the lives, which is going to be getting the lights again set up better and getting room set up better for the studio part, and keep working on that to make that really good. And I'm going to keep working on getting different guests too. Um, hopefully keep getting more and more guests. But we're out into November now to where I have people booked out too. So I don't spend as much time going out and trying to get guests. I ask people every once in a while if they want to be a guest. And if there's anybody that you know that you'd like to be a guest and you can find their contact information, like figure out which is the best way to get a hold of them, whether it's on like Instagram, like I put my Instagram on here, which if you guys have an announcement that you want to make, send it to my Instagram messages, because that's way easier for me to keep track of announcement wise. And because I got a lot of emails going to my email now of guests, and so I got like hundreds of emails in there that I have to search back through to contact the guests and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to have an announcement, like I got a live stream coming up, I've got a cool video I spent a lot of time working on coming out with, and you want people to know that's what that's for, and then I'll be putting it in the morning announcements and keep making that the morning announcement show a lot better over time. I haven't take care of the trash. Put it down. Huh? I don't understand that. I'm not gonna read it fast either, in case it's one of those things. I'm not gonna fall for you. Not gonna fall for you. But that's the goal, is to keep making each part a little bit better, and I'm learning each step of the way more and more on how to make each step better, and that's part of why I want to get stuff written down and prepped up for doing that tonight. And we'll have people come on and talk, and you guys can hang out, and if you want to pop up and promote your channel and all that stuff tonight, I have no problem with that either. Pop up and hang out, and we'll get some more of the hours done for sure. But I'm excited for you guys to see, even though the editing isn't there on the video that's rendering, the video quality I think is a lot better, and so I'm more excited for you guys to see it than some of the other videos that I've shot with the cell phone. I think it's a lot clearer picture and a lot more interesting. And even though I can't do too much editing on the editing program, the fact that it's actually rendering, it's a larger file overall, but it's a higher quality file than the phone could do. Phone could do editing wise. It makes for a much better video, in my opinion, anyway. So I'm trying to really up that game now. The video game part of it. The video game part of it. Whoa! Look at that. That just came out of nowhere, didn't it? The video game part of it. Oh, I'm a dork, guys. I laugh at stuff that I say all the time. So if you don't laugh at you don't laugh at yourself. Yeah. If when you do a regular video, how much time do you take shooting and editing? It depends on the video, Cornerman, but if I had the ability to spend more time editing, like the editing program allowed me to actually go in there and just hit the space bar and play enough of the video to figure out what I want to chop out. If I had that ability, I'd probably spend probably a few hours on it, just cleaning it up, like just doing each one of those little cuts. You know what I mean? Cutting every single little or whatever out of there, cleaning all that up. I would spend all the time doing that. But just rendering right now is already taking like 4 hours, 4.5 hours for it to render, and it's a 20-minute video. So, but it took a few hours to film, just walking around the lake. So it was probably like, and probably close to 2 hours to walk around the lake, where I walked. So, you know, and that's the other person, like, cause I got to keep up with people like Quebec right there. Um, she does beautiful videos that make me want to cry because I can't make something that pretty. So but I think a lot of it has to do with my camera. A lot of it, because looking at how this looks now, it makes me much happier to share videos with you guys. So a lot of that has to do with the camera, but she's also really good at editing. And so I'm way behind on those skills. But I will get there. I will get there. Once I have a much more capable machine, I will get there for sure. I'm not gonna. Well, I mean, you guys should know by now. You've seen me do this all stuff for so long. I'm not going to slack off on you guys. When I get more equipment, I try to do more and more stuff with it to try to make better stuff. But California travel videos is going to be popping on here in a couple minutes. They just popped into our man. He popped into my 12-hour live stream the other day. He just started coming around the community, and he's already helping out and hanging out with people. So I definitely want everybody to try to get over there and hang out with him and show him a little support, because he's already doing it for the rest of the community, which makes me really, really happy to see. Really, really happy to see. And the other part too is Coleman. I think once I have better editing tools, I'm probably going to be trying to pick a video of me shooting video, if that makes sense, to kind of show you how I shoot my vlogs through the day. So, yep, I'm going to paint it orange, and it's going to have tiger strips. Yes, it will. Yep. Once I have it, that is the plan, is to get some tiger strips on it, for sure. Ideal says you got to ride the tiger. So, but I really, really do appreciate you guys being here today. And if you want to hop over there, go rate California travel videos. I'm going to go get ready. I'm going to go wake myself up, go do a quick run or something, get woken up here, get ready to rock and roll, get some notes down, and I will come back with you guys here in just about an let's see, we said 8 to midnight Pacific, so 8 to midnight Pacific time. So I'll be back with you guys here in about 4 hours. So yeah, they have white under bread. So I'll come back in about 4 hours, and I'm gonna go ahead and get some stuff together, and we'll have some fun later tonight. So stop waiting for life to happen and make life happen. Later, guys.